we're now understanding 270 eminent citizens consisting of 88 retired bureaucrats, including 10 ambassadors and 100 retired armed forces officers and 82 academicians have now in fact written a letter condemning the behavior of the opposition parties, indulging in boycott of the inauguration of the new parliament building. We're putting out a copy of that letter as well. So a letter written by eminent Indians. They are saying that what the opposition parties are doing is not okay. They should leave their political differences aside and come together for this historic occasion. Let's also now bring in our colleague and political editor, Maria Shakil, who's back with us on the broadcast. Maria, we're putting out the copy of the letter. Talk to us about who all are signatories to this letter.
Yes, so it has a long list of signatories, which includes, retired bureaucrats, ambassadors, retired armed forces officers, academicians. All of them are of the opinion that this kind of act of a political party is against Indian democracy. They are saying that they are the concerned citizens of India and they condemn the non-democratic and posturing of the opposition parties. That's the line that has been taken. And then they go on to say that they are all Indians, and perhaps that is self-explanatory because there have been several instances in the past how the opposition has boycotted non-partisan events of the parliament. And they have cited some examples, which includes 2017, when there was a midnight session to launch the GST, which the citizens say a truly federal innovation and only of its kind in post-independence India. Then they talk about 2020. The opposition parties boycotted Lok Sabha to support 8 Rajya Sabha members who were suspended for despicable, unruly behavior. Those are words being said in that letter.
Okay.
Then they go on to talk about, how in 2021 they boycotted the Samvidhan Divas, and they are continuing with this. Particularly with that argument, which is to do with why has Droupadi Murmu been sidelined, the eminent citizens say that they just don't get that they are the ones sidelining the Honorable President Droupadi Murmu. And in 2023, they boycotted her customary speech to the joint session of the parliament ahead of the union budget. 13 opposition parties who took part in the march also boycotted the speaker's customary tea gathering. So they should not be the ones talking about sidelining or not respecting the president's chair.
And Maria, even as we continue to track the developments that are coming in from the opposition, where, as you rightly pointed out, their core issue is that is the president and the position of the president being insulted. And you would know this better. If you look at the itinerary of the day, it actually has space for everybody. Messages from the president, vice president. It even has a space from a message for the leader of opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge. But considering the fact that Congress has decided to boycott the inauguration, that would not happen. So does it look like that possibly the opposition should have kept their political differences aside and come together for this historic occasion?
Absolutely. And if you look at the point being made by these eminent citizens, they are talking about how it should not be about a family-centric parties. I mean, they are the ones who are not representative of India. And as far as their disrespect towards Parliament, Constitution and parliamentary proceedings are concerned, there have been enough and more occasions that they have displayed it. The citizens actually in that letter, that open letter, they talk about how they don't get how abysmally they demean their own political stature. The inauguration of Parliament building is a proud moment for the entire country. And it is a matter of extreme despondency in the context of Indian democracy that the Congress party, which calls itself the oldest political party, has decided to needlessly cry foul. And then they talk about how the Congress party should have perhaps been more responsible in its conduct. And this is only a reflection of how opposition is disconnected with the ground realities of the country.
Okay, Maria, we'll have to leave that conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details.